Have you ever heard of the American defector who swapped his life in the US for North Korea? James Joseph Dresnok, also known as Joe or Jim, was one of 6 American soldiers who made that daring move after the Korean War. But what happened to him in North Korea? Did he ever regret his decision? Discover the story of the latest US defector alive in the Hermit Kingdom, who went from being a soldier to an actor in propaganda films and an English teacher in Pyongyang. How did he end up on the CBS magazine program 60 Minutes? And what was life really like for him in North Korea? Join us as we delve into the fascinating story of James Joseph Dresnok. Early life. From a troubled childhood to joining the US Army, James Joseph Dresnok's story is full of twists and turns. Born in Norfolk, Virginia, to parents Joseph Dresnok Sr. and Margaret Lucille Dresnok, Dresnok's life took an unexpected turn when his parents divorced in 1951. What caused the breakup of his family? Joseph Sr. initiated the divorce in 1951, claiming Margaret was legally married to another. Dresnok was briefly raised by his father in Pennsylvania, but was then placed in a foster home and lost contact with his mother and younger brother. Despite these challenges, Dresnok dropped out of high school and joined the US Army after his 17th birthday. Defection. From life in West Germany to a court-martial in South Korea, James Joseph Dresnok's military career was far from ordinary. As a private first class in the 1st Cavalry Division, he was stationed along the Korean Demilitarized Zone in the early 1960s. But things took a surprising turn when he was faced with a court-martial for forging signatures on permission to leave the base, leading to his going AWOL. And to add to his personal turmoil, he found out that his wife had left him for another man. But how did this chain of events shape the future of this controversial American defector to North Korea? Unwilling to face punishment, on August 15, 1962, James Joseph Dresnok made a daring escape by crossing a minefield in broad daylight and defecting to North Korea. He was quickly caught by North Korean soldiers and brought to the capital city of Pyongyang, where he was interrogated. Life in North Korea. Dresnok was not alone in his journey to North Korea. He soon met Larry Allen Abshir, another US defector, and the two were eventually joined by 2 more, Jerry Parrish and Charles Robert Jenkins. Together, these 4 men participated in propaganda efforts for the North Korean government and even attempted to persuade other US soldiers at the border to defect. But their journey was not without its challenges. In 1966, the group attempted to seek asylum at the Soviet embassy in Pyongyang, but was turned over to the North Korean authorities. This was when Dresnok decided to call North Korea his permanent home. Did you know that Dresnok's acting career took off in North Korea? Yeah, that's right. He starred as the infamous Arthur Cockstud in the film series Unsung Heroes, and quickly became a household name in the country. Not only was he known for his acting skills, but also put his language abilities to use by translating some of Kim Il-sung's writings into English. His North Korean friends affectionately referred to him as Arthur after his famous character. In his memoir, The Reluctant Communist, Charles Robert Jenkins claims that Dresnok had a dark side, revealing the secrets of his fellow American defectors to the North Korean authorities and physically assaulting Jenkins more than 30 times at the orders of their Korean handlers. However, in the documentary Crossing the Line, Dresnok strongly denies these allegations, leaving the truth of the matter open to interpretation. Dresnok claims that even during the devastating North Korean famine of the 1990s, he was never hungry. This was due to the North Korean government's special treatment of him, in spite of US and Japanese sanctions. He marvels at the idea that the North Korean government would prioritize feeding an American defector over their own citizens, and believes that he will be taken care of for the rest of his life. Why? Why do they let their own people starve to death to feed an American, he asked. The great leader has given us a special solicitude. The government is going to take care of me until my dying day. Moving on, marriages and family. In the United States, heartbroken and deployed, the tragic story of James Dresnok. After deployment in West Germany for 2 years, Dresnok's heart ached for his young wife back home in the US. But upon his return, he was crushed to find she'd moved on to another relationship. Despite his deep love for her, he refused to abandon any potential children, saying the good thing was that she did not get pregnant by me, because I promised I would never abandon my children. In North Korea. Did you know that after defecting to North Korea, Dresnok tied the knot not once, but twice more? His first marriage was to a Romanian woman named Doina Bumby. But what's the mystery surrounding her? Okay, some claim she was an abductee taken by the North Korean Secret Service, while others say she worked at the Romanian embassy. The truth remains unknown, but one thing's for sure, the couple had 2 sons, Theodore Ted Ricardo Dresnok and James Gabriel Dresnok. Tragically, Doyner passed away from lung cancer. Are you curious to uncover more about this mysterious figure and his life in North Korea? Well, stay tuned. After Bumby's death, Dresnok tied the knot with his 3rd wife, the daughter of a North Korean woman and a Togolese diplomat, and they welcomed a son in 2001. The happy family now resided in a cozy apartment in the heart of Pyongyang, gifted and taken care of by the North Korean government. But health-wise, Dresnok was not in the best shape, with a struggling heart and liver, which he admitted are the consequences of his indulgence in smoking and excessive drinking. The legacy of James Dresnok's father continues, as James followed in his father's footsteps and studied at the Pyongyang University of Foreign Studies, where his father taught English. James, fluent in English with a Korean accent, identifies as Korean but declined to marry a Korean woman. Joining the North Korean military in 2014, James rose to the rank of Taiwi, equivalent to a captain in the US Army by 2016. Ted Dresnok, James's older brother, also has children of his own in North Korea, and like their father, both James and Ted have portrayed American villains in North Korean films. Dresnok, who had made North Korea his permanent home, declared that he would never leave, even if offered a huge sum of money. After retiring, he filled his days by giving occasional lectures and going fishing just to pass the time. Death. In the end, Dresnok passed away after living a long life in North Korea. His death was reported in April 2017 by the Western news organization NK News, and in August of the same year, his sons confirmed that he had passed away from a stroke the previous year. Despite this, the legacy of Dresnok lives on through his sons, who've taken after their father in their devotion to the North Korean regime. They issued a statement following his death, expressing their commitment to staying loyal to the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, and vowing to defend their country against any attack from the US. An incredible story of James Joseph Dresnok, the American defector who found a new home in North Korea. From his troubled upbringing to his time in the military, to his life as a film star in Pyongyang, Dresnok's journey is truly a wild ride. So now that you've learned all about this fascinating figure, we hope you got some value out of his biography. If so, make sure to drop a like and see you in the next video.